So that was the color. Now let's talk about the substance. Why is Prime Minister Modi of India in Tokyo? Who is he meeting and why? What are the expectations from this visit and what are the outcomes that everyone is hoping for? In the next few minutes, let's unpack Prime Minister Modi's Japan tour. The theme of this trip is synergy. The pandemic and Russia's invasion of Ukraine have thrown up some serious challenges, like the rising inflation, the supply shortages, global economic instability, and most importantly, the need to maintain international peace and security. Now, these are all big problems. They need big solutions. And for any major breakthrough, you need alliances. You need synergy with like-minded partners. That's why Prime Minister Modi is here to build synergies with key allies. Synergies also create opportunities, we know that. The war in Ukraine has shaken up the world order. Old alliances are being snapped. New relationships are being built. And all of this brings opportunity on the economic front. India is trying to leverage its diplomatic ties to get the best deals, to make the best of a difficult situation. And to open those doors, Prime Minister Modi is making a personal pitch to key stakeholders. This includes heads of state and top business leaders. Like I said, the Indian Prime Minister will be in Japan for 40 hours. He has 23 engagements, the Quad Summit, bilateral meetings with 3 world leaders, and engagements with at least 36 Japanese CEOs. So he wasted no time and got to work as soon after landing. We've seen back-to-back meetings today. First up were the business leaders. The Indian Prime Minister met with 4 of them one-on-one, and they're all doing major businesses in India right now. The first meeting was with Nobuhiro Endo. He is the chairman of the NEC Corporation. It is one of the biggest players in information technology. They're talking about building smart cities in India. In 2020, NEC's business in India was worth around $400 million. Now this company wants to scale this to $1 billion in the next 5 years, and it wants to use India's rich talent pool for that. The second meeting was with Uniqlo's president and CEO, Tadashi Yanai. Now Uniqlo is the world's 3rd largest fashion brand. It entered India just 2 years ago. It already has 6 major stores. The revenue last year was $30 million. Uniqlo wants to expand its footprint in India. The third business leader to meet Prime Minister Modi was Osamu Suzuki. He's an advisor to the Suzuki Motor Corporation. Now, our viewers from India would know Suzuki well. It runs the biggest car company in India. It's called Maruti Suzuki. The company has almost 45% share of the Indian market. It earned $10 billion in revenue in 2020. Suzuki has been in India since the 1980s. It remains a key player in the automobile business. The fourth and final meeting was with Masayoshi Son of SoftBank. He is the 2nd richest man in Japan and the 68th richest person in the world. He's the world's largest tech investor, and by extension, he's one of the biggest investors in India in the technology space. He's an investor in almost all Indian unicorns. I'm talking about the likes of Paytm, Flipkart, Ola, Oyo, Lenskart, and many others. SoftBank-backed companies have created more than 1 million jobs in India. So this man remains a key stakeholder in the Indian startup ecosystem. Prime Minister Modi also attended a roundtable with Japanese business leaders. New Delhi wants to attract the best of Japan to India. It also wants to access international markets. And for that, the next initiative is important. That is the Indo-Pacific Economic Framework, IPEF. Indo-Pacific Economic Framework. This is an initiative for trade partnerships in the Indo-Pacific. It will challenge the China-led RCEP. RCEP, as you would know, is Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership. And remember, India had walked out of this RCEP negotiation in 2019. That's because this deal does not protect Indian interests. Now, New Delhi wants to engage with IPEF. There's no decision to join the partnership yet, but Prime Minister Modi did attend the launch of the IPEF, and this is an indication that India may be interested going forward. Needless to say, China is not thrilled to see the rise of the IPEF. It feels threatened already. This is what the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs said ahead of the launch of the IPEF.
Any regional cooperation framework should follow the trend of the times, featuring peace and development, enhance mutual trust, and cooperation between regional countries, should not target any third parties or undermine their interests, and should not be selective or exclusive.
So the Prime Minister's first day in Japan was a productive one. He held deliberations with business leaders and joined the launch of a major economic initiative. Tomorrow he'll sit down with the leaders of Quad. What are the outcomes that we can hope for by the end of day 2? These are just early signals, but New Delhi could be quietly laying down the foundations for a deeper partnership with leading democracies, especially in Asia. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.